Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Gluck. Welcome to SceneDaily.com. I'm here with Kenny Bruce, and we have a special guest, Kenny, Jay Pfeifer.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been seen on video before?
This
I don't
is
know.
my professional debut.
This is
Very
pretty
exciting.
cool, yeah. So this is, and in honor, he dressed up, which is very cool. He outdressed all of us, really.
Yeah.
So, but you know, Richmond is coming up, and it's very exciting. We should have dressed up in honor of Richmond, really, because I mean, I'm really fired up for it. Honestly, it's amazing how close the points are. I mean, this late in the season, it's really the fact that it's coming down to the 26th race and we're still this close. We still don't know. I mean, what is it? 11 guys are eligible for 8 spots or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty impressive, really. So, you know, what's going to happen, guys, this weekend? I mean, what do you think is what's going to go down?
Well, I mean, you know, what you mentioned earlier, I think it's unusual that this late in the season, you know, I mean, you've had 25 races. You would think there would be like, okay, here's tier 1, let's say, of 10 drivers whose teams are obviously better than everybody else's. We don't have that this year. I mean, you've got, some people might say 15, some people might say the cutoff's at 14 teams that are really, I mean, Kyle Busch is 14th going into Richmond this weekend. If he wins the race, he goes from not being in the chase to being the #1 seed in the chase. I mean, that's how tight everything is.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you're going to have guys that won races this year that aren't going to be in the chase.
No. That's what kills me about it, is that there are so many guys in the chase that haven't even won yet. And then you have guys that could be, I mean, can you imagine if Mark Martin and Kyle both missed the chase? I mean, that kind of boggles my mind, you know?
It would be a disaster, I think, not to have either of those guys in the chase. But really, what's amazing is that this is why they created the chase. There's no drama at the top of the standings, but there's this incredible story playing out for the final berths, and I think it's really neat that it's working out that way.
Yeah, I don't understand, Jay. I mean, it seems like there's people out there that still really don't love the chase, or they hate the chase, honestly. The old school kind of fans, they despise it, and I don't understand really where they're coming from. I mean, do you...
Not at all. This is perfect. I mean, I'm not sure that the chase works perfectly throughout the 10 races of the chase. I mean, it'd be nice if a driver's chances weren't destroyed after 2 races if they have some bad runs. They need to tweak that a little bit. But no, I mean, this drama is exactly why they created it, and I think it's vital to the sport to give it some kick here without having Tony Stewart run away with it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to remember, Kenny, that I mean, before the chase was instituted, Richmond September race was just a race, you know, and now we have all
a good short track race under the lights. Yeah. Well, the thing about it, though, I mean, talking about the people that aren't really accepting the chase. I mean, I can understand if you have somebody like Tony Stewart or any of the top guys that have had really consistent, outstanding seasons, and they go in and they get involved in a wreck in New Hampshire, or they get taken out at Talladega or something like that, and somebody like, I won't name any names, but somebody that's in the chase that hasn't won a race, they go out and put together 10 good, strong races, and they win the championship. It's like, okay, were they the best team this year?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a legitimate question. It's going to be interesting how it all plays out, but I want to share one stat with you really quick before we go. If Kyle Busch and Matt Kenseth both get their average finish at Richmond, right now, you know, Kyle needs to make up 37 points. If it plays out where Kyle gets his average finish, Kenseth gets his average finish, they, you know, and the points go along with that, Kyle will get 38 points on Kenseth, and he would get in by 1 point.
Get in by 1 point?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it really could come down to that. So, guys, you know, stay tuned. We'll obviously be watching and see what happens. And for Kenny and Jay, we'll talk to you next time on SceneDaily.com.